Okay, guys, title your loose leaf, Dividing Decimal Review. Dividing Decimal Review. Who can tell me what is my rule for dividing decimals? Kendall.
1/10 times to the right.
So that is if I am dividing by powers of 10. You're not wrong, but we're not dividing by powers of 10 today. But you're right, 1/10 times to the left, or divide by 10 to the, we move the decimal point to the left. Harper?
You have to make the divisor a whole number.
Yeah, you have to divide by a whole number. You have to make the divisor a whole number. So what's our trick to help us remember the rules? Maya? Move it. The quick rule. What's the quick rule? Lori?
Move it over, and up, up.
Yeah, move it over, and up, up. What does that mean, Maya? I think that's what you were going to tell me.
You move the decimal place over until it's a whole number.
Until the divisor is a whole number?
And you do that same in the dividend.
And you do the same thing in the dividend, and then you move it up into the quotient. Max, give me 5 numbers.
5.
Okay?
20.
5 digits. So 520, give me 2 more digits.
3 and 0.
Can't be a 0. We'll make it a 1. Okay? Divided by, Parker, give me a 2-digit number.
22.
2.2. Okay? Okay, what are we going to essentially be dividing by, Bryson? 22, okay? It's a 2-digit number, so we don't love it, but is it an okay 2-digit number to divide by? Okay, Dane, help me get going.
5,203.1 and 22.
Okay, what work do I want to see? Yeah, I want to see you moving it over here first. So we move it over once there, and I do the same right there. Finley, do we want to get loop crazy? What do I mean by getting loop crazy? You got loop crazy the other day. That's what I'm asking. What's it mean to get loop crazy? You're not the only one. You put too many numbers in a loop. How many numbers go in a loop? 1. Loop crazy looks like this. I see some people get loop crazy and they loop all the way over to there. Okay, don't get loop crazy. You can only loop 1 number at a time. So our new decimal problem, will be 5203.1 divided by 22. Now we have to go out and do the hard part. Do the math. 5203.1 divided by 22. Abby, what else do I need to do before I actually start doing some math? I moved it over. Yep, I have to move it straight up into my quotient. Jude, what else should I probably do since this is a pretty big number before I start doing some division? Yeah, let's do a few multiples. Do we have to do all of them to start? No, it's just if we take the time at the beginning to make our list, it makes our division go a little bit quicker. So I'm going to show times 1 is what? 22 times 2? 44. Good job. Times 3? 66. Times 4? 88. Times 5, we have a little regrouping. And we can go out to the side if we need to, right? 88 plus 22. So 110. Let's stop there. If we have to go higher, we will. We have a pretty good list. We have over half of it. Bryce, how many times does 22 go into 5? Into 5? Okay. How many into 52? 2. And again, I put it above the 2 because I'm going into 52, not into 5. If you put it above the 5, your decimal point might be off in your answer. So 2 times 22 is 44. I have leftover of 8. Sophie, what do I do next?
You drop down the 0.
Drop down the 0. Sophia, how many times does 22 go into 80? 3, so I put that above the 0. 66. I have a pretty big remainder. Jude, how do I know I'm still on the right track, even though I have a remainder of 14?
Lower than the 20.
Yeah, it's lower than my 22, so I know I'm still on the right track. What do I do next, Brady?
You bring down the 3.
Bring down the 3. What do I have to do now, Parker? Sadie? Yeah, I need more multiples because I need to get up to 143 and I'm only at 110. Lori, if I add 22 to 110, where does it get me?
132.
132. Finley, can you do times 7? Can you do plus 22 to that? $154. Am I good now? For now, I'm good. Dominic, how many times does 22 go into 143? 6. Put a 6 up there. That is 132. Subtract, subtract, drop. Maya. Okay, it goes 5 times. Is my answer 236.5 remainder 1?
No.
No. Haley, what do I do now? Nope, because we can't mix decimals and fractions. We have to keep going. How can I keep going? Add a 0. How many zeros do I have to add? As many as I need, but the general rule is if you get out how many digits, can you just stop and round it, Haley? 4. If I go out 4 decimal places, so far we have 1. If I get 3 more up there and I still don't have 0 as my remainder, I can stop and round it down to 3 places, okay? So let's drop our 0. How many times does 22, oops, I should have put a 0 there. How many times does 22 go into 10? 0 times. So I put a 0 at the top. And then what do? Drop another 0. This is a double drop. All the way down here at the end. Oops, that's a 0. Nate, how many times does 22 go into 100? 4. You guys having fun yet on this Monday morning? No. Remainder of 12. Max, now what? Add another 0. Harper, how many times 22 go into 120? 5. I'm going to go ahead and finish this out, but I have 4 decimal places, so I'm done. I just got to finish it out. 5 is 110. I'd have 10 left over. Now, because I'm out 4 decimal places, I can be done. Is that the exact answer? No. That just means this one's going to be an ugly one, so we're allowed to give a rounded answer. Exact is always the best answer. A rounded answer is like next in line. So let's go ahead and write our answer, 236.5045. But if I want to round to the 3rd digit, remember I use this 5. So Brant, what's my rounded answer going to be? I'm going to say it's about what? 236.505. Good job. And again, our 5th grade problems typically don't go that far, but they can, okay? Most decimal answers are ugly. In 5th grade, they try and keep them prettier for you, but in real life, the decimal answers are usually like that, where we have to go out 4 and round it back. Okay? Next problem. We have 2 more. That was the hardest. Started hard. This one you probably won't see today, but I want to go ahead and show you because when you see it, you think, oh, I don't know how to do that, but you do, okay? Harper, give me a whole number. 14. Not that. 14 divided by 24. Right now, are there any decimals? No. But our answer is going to be a decimal. I'm going to know why. Harper?
Because you're dividing 14 by 24.
Yeah, in the past, you'd be like, we can't do that. Why would you say we can't do that? Because 14 is a smaller number, right? But all this is saying is you have 14 somethings, let's say cookies, because again, we like food. Can you divide 14 cookies into 24 equal pieces? Yeah, will they be pretty pieces? No, and they won't be like pieces you would want. But any cookie's better than no cookie, right? Yeah. So how would I set this up? Because this is still a dividing decimals problem. Again, it's above where we're at, but I think we're getting pretty good at these. So I'm going to throw in some of these weird ones. How do I set it up? Harper? 14 underneath, 24 on the outside. Does 24 go into 14? No. What can I do? Sadie? Okay, but can I just add a 0? What else do I have to add? A decimal point, because does that still say 14? Yeah. Can I add as many zeros as I want now? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add a few because it's probably going to be ugly. I don't need to drop them all if I get to a stopping point before I use them all. Okay, let's move our decimal point straight up into the answer. How many times does 24 go into 14? 0. It doesn't. Okay, if you want to put the 0 up there now, you can, or you could put it at the end, because anytime we have a decimal point and there's no whole number in front of it, we just put in a 0. So now I'm going into 140. What should I probably do before I get going much further? Let's do some multiples. Times 1 is 24, times 2, 48. You might know 3 days, how many hours it is? 72. Let me know when you get 96. We'll just get up to 140 to start. Times 5. You guys might have to do some algorithm out to the side. $120. Good job. We should be able to just add 120 plus 24 here. 144. Okay, let's stop there because that gets us to our first number, and it's pretty high. And everything behind it's zeros. Okay, so how many times does 24 go into 140? 5. And again, I'm going into 140, so I have to place my first digit there. I have 120. 20 left over, which is pretty big. How do I know I'm on the right track? It's less than 24. Darn the luck. Now what? I have to go higher. Anybody know what 144 plus 24 is? 168. Let's go ahead and do one more. We can add them. 168 plus 24. 182. Should we try? Let's go ahead and do the last one. We only have one more. Ooh. Let's go ahead and do the last one. Just because we only have one left, we might as well figure it out. $216. Okay, now we won't have to find any more multiples. How many times 24 go into 200? 8. 8 is 192. I have 8 left over. Drop a 0. How many times? 3. 72. I have 8 left over. What am I going to get? 3. I get 72. What do we notice at this point? Even though we can stop because I have 4 decimal places, but what are we starting to notice, Maya? That 3 is going to repeat. Are all of those numbers going to repeat? No, just the 3. But we can stop because we have 4 places. 0.583 repeating is actually the exact answer. Remember, what does that little line mean? Yeah, that's the exact answer because it tells me, that says my answer is 0.5833333333333333 forever. Okay? Or again, we're just starting out, so if you gave me this answer and said, hey, I'm going to round to 3 places, so 0.583, that's okay too. Again, because we're just starting. But this is the exact answer, and this is the estimate. Okay, are they both okay? Yes. Okay, we're going to end with an easy one. Last one, let's do, hold on, let me do some math here. 924.3 divided by 0.3. I want you guys to take a second, work that one out. That's more of a 5th grade decimal problem. But again, I'm going to push you anytime I can push you to make you think a little bit harder. So take a second and try and work that one out. I'm going to put 2 pieces of paper on your desk. Just leave them sit for now. Okay, Brody, what math problem did you actually have to work out? Okay, but you said it backwards. It's 9,243 divided by 3. Okay, Sophia, what did you do first?
First, I did 9 divided by 3.
Okay.
So then I subtracted that and I got 0.
Okay, and then we brought down a 2. Dom, take over. What did you do next? Okay.
3 goes into 0 times.
Okay, so I put a 0, and then what do I do?
You subtract 3 minus.
Okay, I can, but I usually skip that step because does it change anything? Nope, so what would you do after that? Drop down the 4. So I just do a double drop. And again, that's my visual that if I see a double drop in my problem, I should have a 0 up in my quotient. Bryson, how many times 3 go into 24? 8 times. So I have 24. Nothing left over. Harper, how many times 3 go into 3? Once. So our answer, is it a decimal at all? No. Sometimes decimal problems have whole number answers. Okay, pull up the worksheets I just gave you. Soph, did I skip you? One of them is a work page. I skip you too, Maya. One of them is a problem page. There are lots of problems on the problem page. Raise your hand if you've already read ahead. Do you have to do them all? No. How many do you have to do? 4 on each page. So how many total problems is that? 16. What? It says 4. Okay? But there are 4 different worksheets. They are numbered. So find on your work, on the problem page, find the one that says decimal worksheet number 1. Okay? Decimal worksheet number 1. There are 6 problems there. Look at those ones. Are those easy or hard ones? Those are easier ones. You will choose 4 of them. Okay? Whichever 4 you choose to do, I want you to circle them. You will work them on here under worksheet number 1. If you run out of room, what do you think you should do? Get out a piece of loose leaf. On your work page, number your work. If you're working problem 1A, number it 1A so that when you're going back, you can find your work easily. Does that make sense? How many are you doing from worksheet number 2? 4. What about on the back, worksheet number 3? And worksheet number 4? 4. Number 4 are the ones that are going to be a little bit harder, okay? I want you to challenge yourself. If you're pretty good at these, do I want you to pick the ones that you'll have a single-digit divisor? No, okay? This is practice for you. We will have a test next week, but today is our last day of just dividing decimals. Then we're going to start reviewing everything again. Remember adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing when they're all on the same piece of paper and remembering what to do. Okay, so try and challenge yourself. Don't take the easy road. Okay, you guys have the rest of the time to work. So you have about 20 minutes to get started on your homework. Weekly worksheet is also due Friday. Your guys' this week is an actual worksheet, correct? Yes.